Just trying to pin him down.
Jim, we're live.
Oh, right, cool, man.
Yeah, we were just talking about Deliverance.
Ooh, I can't hear anything.
Can't you? Oh, your headphones aren't plugged in, mate. Oh, hold on a second. Look, I'll come and get that for you. Oh, you can see where it's got to go. That's it. Okay. Do the other. Press go on the other bit. Oh, there we go. I can hear now.
Yeah, man.
Lovely stuff.
So I can hear now, man. What's the plan?
We were just saying off air about the film Deliverance.
Yeah, great film. My favourite bit in that film is when the guy gets sexually assaulted.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
And I might do a little sort of After Effects composition of you bumming Christian.
Yeah, brilliant.
And making him squeal like a piggy.
Yeah, making love to him.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, compare it with Chris. I saw Christian. Yeah. He's moving up in the world, isn't he?
Doing very well for himself. He's another. He's just another success story out of the Rankin Radio Dream Factory, isn't he?
So he's on Rinse FM.
Oh yeah. He would be. Yeah.
I saw his post on Instagram. Made me want to have a word with him. Actually,
did it make you sick?
Maybe
he said it was levels, didn't he?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
No one knows.
Doesn't mean anything, Christian. You're from Woking. Stop trying to be like that. Fucking
yeah,
cunt.
man, it was levels, yeah.
Level.
The rinse ting was levels.
It doesn't mean
it was peak.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I saw some of the piff ting down there, bro.
Oh God, you're from Woking.
Are you the piff ting?
I guess so.
Yeah. See, I didn't know what piff, P-I-F, maybe double F.
I once heard a boy talking about piff and Bethnal Green once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Scum.
I didn't know what it meant, so obviously I asked Mum Dance.
Yeah.
The Grimeopedia.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said it means like fit, like buff, sexy. And I asked if I was piff, and he said that I was the piff ting.
Nice.
So that's good, isn't it?
Oh,
nice bit of recognition to have.
That's nice.
He's decent, yeah. I'm pleased about it.
Lovely little Mum Dance.
Yeah, God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Lovely little feet.
Tiny little feet.
Size 3, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, no, look, this is all...
Skew-if.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay. Yeah, he's got size 3 feet, Mum Dance.
Has he?
Size 3, yeah.
Tiny!
But he, with football boots, he wears very thick socks, so it's size 5. But
is he stuffing full of hay?
But he's his sort of everyday kind of his everyday sort of smart kind of they're kind of like school shoes.
Look like little kicker boots.
Yeah, they're sort of but they're Velcro, and they're size 3. Yeah, and he uses them to walk on the grass.
So I've. I've seen him get polystyrene and like scrunch it all up so it goes into sort of powder. And he stuffed that into the end of bigger shoes
to make himself look bigger.
Yeah, he had got golf shoes.
Right. Yeah.
And he was cramming them in.
Yeah.
So he gets tiny little feet in there. He gets a bit of PVA glue, bind it together at the end.
Oh, that's dear, isn't it?
It is very darling.
Yeah. And also, funny thing about his feet, I don't know whether you've ever seen his bare feet before, but they're mostly toe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the actual, the majority of the foot is made up of toe. So the ratios are all off.
How far up? Where does the toe start?
Well, I would say, about over halfway the toe start.
Really?
Yeah, but it's a size, but it's a small foot. It's a size 3 foot.
So is it like a normal toe? But because the foot, it's like the same size toe as my toe.
Yeah.
But because the rest of the foot is so small.
Yeah, it's dear.
Oh, it's dear, is it?
Yeah.
Dear little foot.
Dear little foot.
God bless his little foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's doing well for himself,
Oh yeah, he's still dance music's new darling.
Yeah.
That Elvis 1990, he's back on the scene as well, wearing like ridiculous outfits. I think he just makes fashion statements now rather than music.
Yeah,
God bless him.
He said something on Instagram the other day, didn't he, about me?
About you?
Double-handed. Oh no, it was you, wasn't it? Double-handed Jim.
Yeah, he crops up sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
He's a lovely boy.
Yeah, I love him.
Did you see that picture of us
him.
all, or were you maybe weren't in it? Because you don't come out that much. It was a picture of us all from about 12 years ago.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah, I was probably the only person not there.
Even Slingsby was in it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, even like girlfriends of long since past were in it.
Yeah.
And not you, Jim.
No.
Not you.
No. I wonder what I was doing.
That's back when Elvis 1990 used to look like a sort of late teens lesbian.
Yes. Yeah. Very successful with the ladies, I seem to remember.
Oh, we never had any trouble with the ladies.
Yeah. Maybe they dig that sort of.
Guess so, yeah.
Lesbian look.
Maybe. It's possible.
Maybe they were lesbians and thought he was a lesbian.
That's one way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you tricking people at that point? Maybe if you didn't realise.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it dishonestly.
Well, we all know that he kind of went through the change, didn't he?
Did he go through the change?
Just so he could hook up with women.
Really?
Yeah, so he he did it.
He's struggling to hook up with girls normally.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he thought he'd corner the lesbian market,
Okay.
and he did a. I'll tell you what. Do you not know this story?
No.
So he did a real hatchet job on his.
Did he do a backstreet job on it?
Well, he did it himself.
Oh.
And there he was. He was sitting there. Do you know what's his name? The not grime. Dubstep guy, Joker.
Yeah.
He was there administering the anaesthetic.
Local
anaesthetic because he was coming up with some mumbo jumbo about how you need to be awake when you have your Johnson chopped off,
Right.
which is not true.
Well, if you're going to do it yourself, you probably need to be awake, aren't you?
Oh, maybe Joker was speaking sense. I don't
Right.
know.
Unless he's doing the chopping.
No, he wasn't. He was just there for moral support.
Okay, yeah. What,
Yeah.
and to apply the anaesthetic? He's the anaesthetist, you said.
Oh yes, sorry.
Get your facts straight, come on.
Yeah. So he was applying the. Yeah, that's right. So he was applying the local anaesthetic, and James was doing the cutting.
Yeah, of
And
his own member.
And he used. And Joker was giving advice as well.
Right.
He said that the only way you can do this operation is if your penis is hard.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a sub story going on here. Joker is in love with Elvis 1990, right?
Wow.
So he's trying to get into bed with him. So he's telling him this story about it.
It's a weird way to go about it, isn't it?
And he's like, Willie needs to be bigger so you can get more. I mean, it kind of makes sense in a way, doesn't it? Sort of, if it's big, if it's big, you can have a. It's like chopping a lump of wood, isn't it? Rather than like chopping up a worm or something.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. You got more purchase on it.
Yeah. That's what Joker said.
Right. Yeah. It makes sense in a way.
Yeah, in a way. And then so he gets it all hard.
Yeah.
And then he sort of starts giving the whole sort of, well, I've got to taste it for shaman reasons.
Yeah, sure, right.
Yeah, he said it's something to do with black magic, but he was very vague about it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the hoodoo and that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Yeah, he said it was all about the hoodoo. So he said, I just need to taste it for you.
Yeah, he's just trying to get him into the sack.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but the upshot.
Shameful.
But the upshot of it is that Elvis 1990
went through the change.
Had a successful operation.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Yeah.
And then he was on. Gosh, he was on hormones for many years, wasn't he?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah. He was up and down, wasn't he?
He was up and down. He grew boobs. They went.
Yeah.
Because he said he still wanted to. What was it? It's a really nice quote. It was. He said, "I'm a man.
Yeah.
All but my vagina," and I think that was just it was a really crude vagina, though. Did you? Obviously, you never saw it.
Well, I thought it was drawn on.
It was drawn on, yeah. Obviously, there was no penis there.
It was one of those sort of perspective drawings.
It was just a little nubbin.
Right,
But he crudely drawn in biro a woman's part where his nubbin was.
It's very postmodern. I like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a bit of an artist as well,
He
isn't he?
is, yeah. And, what is higher art than turning your own body into art?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what he said. That's another really good quote for it. From him.
Is, yeah. I think that's one of his best.
Yeah.
Although I think probably my favourite quote of his is, "It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war."
Wow.
That's pretty profound, isn't it?
That's really deep.
For James.
A warrior in the garden
Better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Yeah, I mean that is just literal, isn't it? You know, that is.
Yeah, quite literal. Yeah, I mean you can take it as a metaphor, a metaphor.
Yeah.
There's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Or quite literally, yeah. I mean, gardeners would be rubbish in wars, wouldn't they? You know, there's just when you've got to jump out of your trench and go over and shoot the enemy, and you try and check a herbaceous border on the way, you're gonna get shot. You're going to get shot in your face.
Depends how hard you are, though, as a gardener. I mean,
are there hard gardeners?
Well, I was going to ask you actually, what do you reckon the hardest profession is?
Coal mining.
But in terms of having a fight,
MMA fighter.
No, I meant
non-fighting professions.
Yeah, non-fighting professions. So everyday kind of.
Well, I've been reading George Orwell's book Road to Wigan Pier, which is where he went up and spent a lot of time with a lot of coal miners up north and in various different mining towns. And it describes their work, and it is ungodly.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard. Like, he's saying that even actually to get to the coalface in the morning could sometimes be a 2-hour walk, basically in a squat. Yeah. Like, the ceiling is too low for you to stand up properly, so you have to squat and walk like that for about 2 hours. He said he actually couldn't get there by himself on the first day that he went down there with them. He had to crawl for a load of it, and then you have to shovel coal on your knees, so you don't even have your legs to sort of put into it. Do that for 8 hours in the confined, hot space, and do that 6 days a week.
Must be very claustrophobic.
Oh yeah, would be, yeah. And you don't really earn enough money to eat properly, so.
You got a 2-hour trip back then, have you?
Yeah.
It's a bit like.
You don't get paid for that.
No, it's a bit like the sort of tube commute, isn't it?
In a funny sort of way, Jim.
If you go from, I've done it before, end of the central line to the other end, that is on a summer's day. That's pretty similar.
Yeah, I guess it's so dirty down there. You do come out the other end looking like a coal miner.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. It's an interesting book for anyone interested in interesting books.
So you reckon coal miners are hardest?
I reckon they're hard. Yeah.
I think bin men.
Bin men, yeah. Well, why are you threatening to clear them out then if they're so hard?
Well, I bat, didn't I?
Yeah.
But I think bin men, definitely. They're hard. They're really hard. I think they're...
You've got a rough job. Getting up early.
Well,
done by 1 o'clock though, probably.
Our friend used to work in the depot at Brighton and Hove Councils.
Who, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they find a Todd in the microwave?
Yeah. I think that was a different job he was in.
He's worked some rough jobs.
I don't know whether... I know he mentioned his name. Can I say what he said about bin men?
Yeah, probably.
He just said they're not very nice.
Right, well, those weren't the bin men that he met.
Yeah,
there's plenty more of them. I'm sure they're sort of,
But he was, like, he met every single bin man in Brighton.
Every single one in Brighton?
Yeah, so he was...
So maybe just the Brighton bin man that are scum.
Yeah, but what are the chances that Brighton is the only place with, like, really horrible...
Why have you got it in for bin man?
I don't know, it's binny, aren't they?
There's a bit in that book where he's saying that he grew up. So he grew up in the sort of 10s and 20s. And as middle class.
I've never heard it described as 10s before. I suppose it is,
yeah. And he's saying he sort of grew up in a middle class family and was sort of taught throughout his childhood that the working classes smell.
Yeah, they do.
It's like you're saying that you will always hate someone who smells, no matter what they're like. But like, even if they're a one, that's what it says in the book. Like, but he's saying that like actually, you know, he came to obviously get over these feelings, realizing that there's sort of
he's not just saying, oh, "God, it smelled." I don't know, it's smelly people.
Poor people smell poo. No, it goes a little bit deeper than that.
Oh right, good.
No, but like even like the nicest, best person in the world, if they had terrible, noxious breath, you'd just hate them.
Yeah. I hated someone the other day. Right, I was in a shop and I was behind them. And they smell, I'm not joking, of unwiped arse. Like that's
really horrible.
It smelled like they hadn't wiped their bum properly. and he just had this sort of smell of just shit.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah,
like that, but coming from their arse, and it was just not a good look, really.
Don't know, you're not keen on that, no?
So I cleared them out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you have your Jimmy Willis with you?
Yeah, I always carry it around with me, my Jimmy.
Nice.
Cleared him out.
Well, how'd you carry it around, like in the inside of a trench coat or something?
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah,
That is
cleared
good,
the
isn't it?
guy out,
Did you?
then wiped his ass for him.
Did you just knock him unconscious and then just bend him over, drop his drawers, and get a wet wipe and just really, really clean him up?
Yeah, that's when I found out it was actually me, because he had a very clean ass.
Oh, right.
And I sort of looked, and I was like, oh, actually, I got a couple of dingles in the...
Well, that's awkward, isn't it? Did you just leave before he woke up?
He died. He actually,
right.
yeah, he died.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? I guess you didn't have to explain yourself then.
No, he died. Yeah, I'm on the run.
Wow.
Yeah. But they'll never get me.
Nah.
No.
Not you're the Teflon Don.
Exactly.
They'll never make it stick.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, you got news for us, I heard?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm engaged to be married.
Hey!
Yeah, man.
No, that's the wrong sort of music, isn't it?
Yeah. That's gonna be our first song, you know.
Is it the rhubarb and custard thing?
Yeah, we love that. We just sit down. What we like to do in our spare time is just sit down in the living room, hold hands, and just have the rhubarb and custard song on loop throughout the entire evening.
Because I heard...
We don't look at each other, we just look directly in front of us.
I heard that part of your courtship was to get like one of those sort of kiddies paddling pools, the blow up ones, and to fill it full of custard. Yeah. And for the two of you just to sort of writhe around.
Yeah, great days.
In your nakedness.
Yeah. That was just brilliant.
Yeah. With that, obviously, with the music playing.
Yeah.
There's no sort of sexual element to it as such.
No.
Neither of you are aroused.
No.
It's more just a bit of fun,
it was a job.
Bit of a romp.
It was a job. We treated it as a job. In the end.
You turn up, clock in.
We did. We actually did. We clocked we clocked in. We clocked out for lunch. What was about half an hour, 45 minutes we take.
Yeah.
Tab break. Yeah. Back to the custard.
Back to the cold face.
And then clock out again.
Wow.
It was a job for a very long time.
What? Lads in the chat are wishing you congratulations, mate.
So thanks very much. It's very, very nice of you.
Yeah, lovely. Good, brave boys.
Speaking of me being engaged.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. Now, you will not believe this story, right?
All right, then. I don't believe it. Fine, then. I won't.
No, all right. But...
All right, then. I won't.
This is a true story, and I swear to you, but you will not believe me. But this is
we'll see about that, won't we?
This is what happened, right? So, obviously, I wanted to ask...
here we go, lads.
I wanted to ask my girlfriend to marry me.
Okay, yeah.
So, I went to a ring shop.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of like all over the place, like, oh, God, what ring shall I get? Blah, blah. Went to a ring shop in the lanes.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw... There's a bunch of rings I looked at, weren't really, and then I saw this one which is like absolutely perfect. It was like emerald.
Cheap.
Went to the shop called Argos. You know?
H. Samuels.
Elizabeth Duke. Do you know that one? Yeah. No, I saw this one in an antique shop. Right, perfect. Emerald with diamonds around the side. Perfect. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And there was this guy in there who was working now. I've seen him around Brighton before. I don't know. He's I don't know, but he wears like a sort of kind of like a. It's like a sort of handkerchief around his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But he works in his jewelry.
Who's he, a bandit?
I don't know, but I presume he's wearing this kind of mouth guard because because a lot of the jewelry's bespoke. So I don't know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know whether he's like.
Does he look like Bane?
I guess so, yeah.
Or Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, but it's weird because when I went in there, like it looked like he was working on something, and then he sort of looked up, and then he didn't take the hanky down, so he was speaking.
Okay,
pretty strange.
That is strange.
But anyway, so I said to him, look, I've seen this ring in the window. I'm really interested in sort of buying it. He sort of gave me the kind of spiel about what it is, blah blah blah. I said, can you do a deal? He was like, yeah, fine. And I said, all right, well, I'll take it then. He said, all right, well, that's fantastic. I'll just take it out the back and I'll gift wrap it for you.
Right.
You gutless wanker.
Sorry, what?
That's what he said.
Right. Okay.
So
Odd, I guess.
basically, I was in a bit of a hurry this day, so I didn't want to clear him out straight away.
Yeah.
Because I was in a hurry. I was stressed anyway. 'Cause it's a stressful thing buying a ring, you know.
Yeah.
After about 5 minutes, he comes back from wherever he'd been to wrap and to be fair, the ring is beautifully wrapped, really beautifully wrapped.
Why would you want to wrap it? Wouldn't you? You need it out, don't you?
Well, no, because I'll get to that. But basically, I proposed on her birthday.
Oh, I see.
So it was part of her presents.
Oh,
basically.
yeah. You couldn't think of anything to get her for her birthday?
Yeah, so I panicked. And now I'm sort of stuck.
Proposal
I've sort of told my parents, everyone at work.
Fuck.
I've told everybody now, so I can't really. I'm joking.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
All right, Mark Corrigan.
She is the one. Right. So I didn't clear it. So he came back beautifully wrapped. And I thought, thank you so much, mate. Hands me the box. And the box is like weird. Heavier than I thought the ring would be.
Right. Okay.
Strange. And I swear to God, it felt like something was moving in there.
Really?
Yeah. So I sort of...
That is odd,
I was like, that's weird. But I was in a hurry. I had to get back to
Maybe
work.
it was a prawn.
Could have been a prawn.
Little prawn.
Could have been a prawn.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that at the time. Should have
Yeah.
smelt the box.
Funny, I asked Susie about this prawn thing. She went, it wasn't a prawn.
She. What she said it was
She sold you out. She said, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a prawn.
Well, it was a shrimp. It was
the same thing.
Well, look, prawns aren't this big, are they?
Well, little baby ones, I guess.
Well, I never said it was a prawn.
Yeah, you did.
I said it was a shrimp, didn't I?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
It was some sort of crustacean.
It's too random.
Yeah, it's far too random. So
sorry, carry on.
So anyway, so fast forward a few days afterwards. It's my girlfriend's birthday. It was on Tuesday morning. Had all her other presents sort of wrapped up, and this final present was sort of there. She opened up all the other presents. Then she got to the last one. I was like really nervous, all this, and she unwraps it, and she sees it's a ring. She's like, "Oh, a ring!" And I suddenly just sort of leapt over, and then got down on one knee, and proposed to her. And I then opened the. And the thing is, I grabbed the box off her, and it was just so weird because this box, it was even heavier than what it was before, and it just felt like it was alive. It was really strange.
Right.
And so I opened the box, and you'll never guess what was inside.
I've no idea, Jim. What possibly could be inside?
It is a tiny, tiny little Zika baby, right? And he's wearing a nappy.
What's it?
He's wearing a tiny little nappy.
Little nap.
And he's got his little head there. And then suddenly out of nowhere, my girlfriend grabs me and goes, you can get delirious if you take life too serious. It's Zika time. And then out of nowhere, the Zika baby inside the ring just looked up at me and went, "Mama." And I couldn't take it. So
It's too random.
It's too random. So I had to get rid of it.
Did you clear it out?
I just cleared. Well, what I did was it was the first day of snow.
Mm.
So I just got it. I got it out of the ring like that. Just it had little hairs on its head. Picked it up by its hairs and just sort of like opened the window and just sort of tossed it out into the cold.
Really?
Yeah, you could hear.
Finish it off.
Yeah, you could hear it crying in the snow
for like a couple of days.
Yeah. It was.
Has it stopped now?
Well, the thing was, I could hear it crying in the snow, and I was like, "Oh God, I can't leave the little bugger out there." So I went out there.
Yeah.
And what I was going to do is, I was just going to bury it alive. But I couldn't find it. I was just like, because he'd been out there for a day and a half or something. Like his whimpers were, like they're sort of quite sporadic and they're sort of a bit pathetic by this point because he was dying.
Oh right, yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't find him to sort of end it for him, unfortunately. So
you think he's still out there?
Well, he's still out there, but I think he's probably been taken away by a cat or something. I don't know.
Picked off by one of the neighbourhood tomcats.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a blackbird or something.
But we couldn't take on Zika.
Not another one.
No, I've got a whole cupboard of them at home.
I know.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly expensive to run.
They are, yeah, and they just take up so much. I mean,
And the vet's bills and the...
honestly,
Yeah.
for things with such small heads, they take up an awful lot of room. I've got an area in my flat next to the spices where I stack them up.
Like a sort of pigeonhole sort of thing.
Yeah, kinda.
Mm.
And I've had enough, mate. I had to get rid of this one.
Yeah.
They just get everywhere.
I wonder, so the sort of mysterious man that sold you the ring,
Mm.
any news on him or?
I don't know. Other than the fact he called me a gutless wanker. Funny enough, I went back because obviously, he sold me a Zika baby, not a ring.
Well, he sold you. You got the ring as well, didn't you?
No, there wasn't a ring.
Oh, there wasn't a ring.
No,
in
it's
it?
just a Zika baby in
Oh,
there.
what? Oh, that's a stitch up.
Yeah, so I went down to the shop
Yeah.
and the shop wasn't there.
Well, not at all. It just closed down, or the actual building wasn't there.
The building had gone.
Oh, that's confusing, isn't it?
I looked at my bank statement
Bamboozled again.
and the money hadn't been taken out of my account.
That's a touch, though, isn't it? And you asked her, she still said yes, even though if you're lucky, then you should have put a Zika on it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, she did. She said, "I'll say yes as long as you get rid of the Zika
Oh, really?
because we've had
Got
enough."
too many.
Yeah,
Well,
Too many.
freaking out the real kids.
yeah. Too many Zikas.
I'm gonna have to put some more wood on the fire, mate.
Okay.
It's going out.
Cold at the moment, isn't it?
It's too cold, mate. It's so cold it makes me angry. It's so cold that I've started giving money to the homeless. Can you imagine?
Do you know what? I was not to get all serious, but I was thinking about homeless people the other day.
Yeah.
It's cold weather. I mean, I know that it's terrible anyway, but
Mm.
it's cold weather at the moment. God, can you imagine? Horrible.
It's ridiculous. If anyone does want it, my friend Rosie is doing a sponsored rough sleep in a couple of weeks. I'll post the details of
Hopefully it's warmed
it,
up
and you
by
can
then.
don't. Well, no, I want her to suffer.
Yeah.
But you can sponsor her. I'm sponsoring her.
Does she? Do you get? Do you just do it on your own volition, or do you do it with other people?
It's part of a charity called Galvanise.
Right.
They're local. I think they work in coalition with some other charities. I saw it didn't get quite serious for a bit.
Yeah.
I saw a thing on Twitter recently where people are posting the number that you need to call if you do see someone sleeping rough in this temperature because it's absurd.
Mm.
Not that it's nice sleeping rough, when it's not this cold, but anyway, there's someone saying like, oh, if you do see someone sleeping rough in this cold, make sure that you get their consent before calling the charity, because the charities share information with immigration, and you might be getting someone deported.
Right.
And it's like, oh, just leave them to die then, yeah? It's like when ideology is more important than a human being's life. It's like, well, you could sort out your immigration issues with the authorities if you had to.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, I'd take your chances with immigration rather than, if you've got someone that's literally like shuddering,
Yeah.
freezing to death, like, call the charity.
It's not cool, is it?
That's ridiculous. Wound me up. Let me
Yeah.
put wood on the fire.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hold the show on your own again, Jim.
Okay. I'll tell you a story that happened to me the other day. Another annoying thing that happened to me. So basically, I earn like a good amount of money. I earn £16,000 a year, right? So I'm pretty loaded, right? £16,000 a year. So
That's how you got a wife.
yeah, exactly. I sort of, I get paid a lot of money for what I do. A high-powered job, £16,000 a year, and which means I've always got a spare bit of cash in my bank account, right? Enough to get by, And I've had a problem with my bank recently, where both my credit card and my current account card don't work on contactless, and it's really annoying and it's embarrassing.
It's going anywhere.
Well, well, I've got to think of something, don't I? So, and it keeps on happening time and time again. My bank don't really know why it's happening, but it's happening. And the other, and when it happens, right, it shouldn't be that embarrassing. But I find myself over-explaining what's going on and really kind of losing my temper.
So when you speak to him on the phone, he's like, the thing is, I get into the shop and all I want to do is buy some eggs and some milk, and then the.
Sorry, I'm talking about if say for instance I go to the pub.
Oh right, yeah,
and it failed. I already know they think I'm a deadbeat.
Right. Oh, what? So when you do the contactless, why even bother with the contactless if you're worried that it might not work?
Well,
don't take that character assassination that comes with the declined.
Well, they never suggest putting it in the other way.
Just say contactless doesn't work, and they'll go, well, retro.
Right, maybe I should do that.
Well, I had one for a while, and I only got a new one 6 months ago, where it was making me sign for it.
Right. Oh, yes, I remember that, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Not only did the contactless not work, the pin didn't work.
Right. But
it would allow it. They were like, what? It says you have to... Yes, sign for it. Well, we don't have a pen. Well, just find a pen. Yeah. This is embarrassing enough.
Well, funny shit, because I was in a pub the other day, and my credit card didn't work, or my current account card didn't work.
Right.
And I've got my £16,000 salary in there.
Yeah. So after tax, that's about 14,000.
Yeah. So a lot of money.
Pretty decent, isn't it? How much is the bed set each month? 175 a month or something.
It's it's about it's £85 a week.
All right.
So it's done weekly.
DSS. That's one of those ones, is it?
Yeah, it's done weekly.
Only things that are done weekly: footballers' salaries and Jim's bed set.
So basically, the girl who she just treated me like I was some sort of mug. Right. And she didn't actually, and because I was so flustered, I didn't think to ask, try it the other way.
Right, yeah. Put it in.
She was, I was like, well, I don't have any money on me. What am I going to do?
Oh, no, it's not working. You should be like, just try it in the other one.
No.
Having that one.
And then she made me go out to go and...
What, buy Johnny's? Or?
No, withdraw some money.
She went to get a cash point?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And she put my little drinks that I just ordered behind the bar. And I just thought, she thought I was some sort of... Why didn't she suggest the pin thing?
Did she just take the drinks, without making eye contact, take the drinks off the bar? And then turn around and say, so in case you tried to run away with them.
Yeah, exactly. What do you
drink both really quickly and leg it?
I'm a 34-year-old man. I earn £16,000 a year. I'm perfectly capable of buying a couple of drinks, for God's sake.
There are people in the chat here, Crabman for one,
who's
suggesting that his contactless works even when he hasn't got any money in his account.
Well, exactly.
How do you actually feel about that?
I think it's ridiculous. How?
Yeah, it's political correctness gone mad, isn't it?
Well, it is, and I just felt I was being judged.
He probably spends it all down the bookies he works in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, oi, Crabman, you got any hot tips for the 3:30 at Chepstow? Crabman, please post any betting tips in the chat. That'd be very kind of you.
Yes, do that.
Yeah. Or alternatively, use the super chat to give us some money.
Yeah, give us some money.
Should we try our cam girls routine again? Give us a right, if someone donates a tenner, me and Jim will snog.
Yeah, I'll suck his dick for 50.
I wonder how long it would take to get pulled from YouTube.
I'm getting deja vu. Did we do this last week?
It's the week before, I think.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Just start with really good intentions, just denigrate into this.
But it just suddenly goes viral. Holy shit, Rankin's getting his dick sucked live. Stab you in the face. Thumbs up your nose. Awful.
So give us some money, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, Jim.
Yeah, man.
A couple of things. First thing I'm thinking, the neighbours above must really wonder what the hell goes on every Wednesday when because I don't ever hear them, so I presume that normal talking doesn't really get picked up. But I'm sure when you scream the Zika catchphrase, I mean, they must hear it like every Wednesday. Like, why is this delirious? Is that Chico time?
He's not saying Chica though, is he?
No, what? Every Wednesday? Oh, Jonah says that Super Chat's not available on the app. Bless him. I'm sure he was going to give us 50 quid for that nosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Jonah.
Oh, Jonah.
God bless him.
Come on, buddy.
God bless him. Yeah, listen, mate.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
I just want to sort of pick your brains about what your plans for the wedding are.
Okay.
So, are you thinking sort of like big wedding?
No.
Yeah?
No.
Like everything basically everything at the wedding embroidered with your initials, both of yours initials. Be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Be nice to have maybe the staff like tattooed with your initials. You think you could stretch to that?
Oh, I suppose we could do, yeah.
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 So we're looking at a big budget affair, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go with
okay, yeah. I'm going to use a lot of my salary on it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're earning these sort of mega bucks, 14 grand a year after tax.
Yeah. So I'm going to be able to, you know, I'm going to be able to put, probably around about 11 grand because I don't eat much. No. So 11 grand towards the wedding.
Frey bentos.
Yeah.
And that. But, I mean, luckily what you do eat is very calorific.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're all knockoff, the Frey bentos pies.
Are they?
Yeah. I get them from, you know when they chuck out food?
Right.
I go and scavenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I in fact, I could probably use most of my 14 grand a year salary on the wedding.
Great. I'm presuming you're going for a long old engagement though. 2 or 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Oh, I was thinking more along 7 or 8.
Really?
18, yeah.
So you might even be able to get sort of like 30 grand together or something.
Oh yeah, in 18 years, like.
Oh yeah, easily.
I think I think maybe even 20, probably around about 20 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Saved up in 18 years.
Yeah.
That's not bad, is it? That's a good bit of wedge.
Yeah.
That'll make the old girl happy. For one day. You could probably, with that sort of budget, you could pay a couple of sort of Z-list celebs to come along, pretend to know you, pretend to be your mates.
I love that.
So maybe like one Chuckle Brother.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. One of the contestants from the first Big Brother, Jane maybe. Not Craig, obviously. He's a bit out of your budget.
Who's Jane?
She was I think she was Welsh or Irish.
Oh God, I don't remember.
Might got her name wrong.
Darren.
Well, Darren, I remember. Obviously, there was that one shot of his schlong in the shower.
Oh God, that was enormous.
Like a baby's arm holding an apple.
There was Nasty Nick as well, wasn't there?
Oh, he was in the first one. Yeah, he'll do anything for cash. Yeah, he'd come and do some Reiki healings or something to the guests.
Yeah,
and then say something really nasty about you both.
So would he just be like a guest, like sitting on one of the tables, just?
Yeah.
You know.
So part of the deal, I think, would be to not tell anyone that he's been paid to be there. And he'd just sort of wander around and people is that Nasty Nick from Big Brother? You can try him for that bottle opener again. Do you want me to do you want to? So, yeah. He's warmed up a little bit now, mate. You going to wee-wee? Oh, right, okay. So, look, while Jim's gone, just nice to have a, bit of alone time with the two of us. Thought, someone's going to be organising a stag do, and I thought what would be really, really good would be if we could, we'll all take him out, us, the brave boys, and that, and we'll pack him full of LSD, and see if we can't send him on like a 2-day long, proper mind-bending sort of, living hell. I think is what I'm getting at here. Maybe we might even be able to get him committed, which would be nice. Then I'd have to delay the wedding. That would be pucker. That would be really, really nice. Maybe if we can get him absolutely off his head on acid, up to his nuts in like a sheep or a goat or something, handcuff him naked, Pavilion Gardens. He's coming back. Oh, he's back. I'm just getting into this bottle, mate. Oh, here we go. Nothing. There you go. A good little lad, aren't you? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so Nick.
Yeah, so I think part of the deal would be that he's not allowed to tell anyone that he's been hired.
Okay.
He's just like, yeah, no, I've actually known James for quite a while, actually. Actually, pre-Big Brother days. He's always been a scumbag. I hate him.
Right, okay.
Do you want some Reiki?
Because
Are you okay? Is everything all right at home? Oh, no, he's passive-aggressive Peter.
Because pre-Big Brother days, like, I would have been quite a young man, wouldn't I?
Yeah, young boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you'd have to come up with some sort of cover story, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I don't think people would be that interested. They'd just be like, oh, right.
I used to pedo him.
Okay, yeah. Can you pass us that cola? Oh, wow, you're Nick from the first Big Brother, aren't you? Yeah. So what did you need? No, James? Yeah, I used to pedo him. Wait. What? Yeah. Yeah. And he's invited you to this. Yeah. No, we're still very close.
We kept in touch, you know.
Yeah.
We don't meet up as much as we'd like, but yeah, you know, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I think you're gonna want a pretty shitty band as well, mate.
Yep.
One of those sort of big brassy covers bands, real soulless.
Yeah.
Just like, they've done 1,000 weddings this year.
Yeah.
They fucking hate that. They hate the circuit. They hate the people.
Yeah.
They've been a real pain in the ass about the rider.
I want them to play Valerie.
Yeah. That's the only song they do.
Yeah, that's all.
They're called Valerie and the Valeries.
Yeah, they just do Valerie.
Wow.
And
well, they can do it the original
weary.
version, and then the sort of like slightly sort of annoying Winehouse version where she just sings it a bit at a time.
Yeah.
And
they're very weary doing it because they do it for what was it, about 4 hours of wedding party normally, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just great. But you know, it's my favourite song.
Yeah. It's your wedding as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's your day, mate.
Yeah, man.
Also, I think
my day.
Yeah. I think, mate, as well, you're going to want to have this in a foreign country.
Definitely.
To really maximise the inconvenience for the obligated guests.
Absolutely. That is definitely what I want.
I'm looking at, from the spreadsheet that I did earlier today, we're looking at about 900 quid a head.
Right, yeah.
For guests.
Brilliant.
On average.
Yeah.
1,500 if you include the stag do.
Wow. That's good.
Not bad, is it?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, I know that I earn $9,000 a year now.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't have to pay any tax on that because it's under the 10 grand threshold.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh, you're doing so well.
Yeah, man, I don't pay any tax. Yeah, it's great. So, it should easily be affordable.
Well, yeah, because $9,000's like a lot more than 1,500.
Yeah, way more.
So you're gonna have. Well, it's gonna be great for
loads
you.
left.
You'll have 6,000. No, 7,000. Oh God, is it more like £7,500 left?
That's fucking loads of money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So
I
you'll
can
have some spending.
spending money. Yeah.
You have some spending money for the stag do.
Wow. I could just spend it all on bag.
Yeah, you'll have to spend. Oh, that's cool. You could get some souvenirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, thoughts. Now, glad you mentioned the stag do. Few options for you. Do you know the Branch Tavern on London Road?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the worst pub I can think of in Brighton.
Yep.
But I'm going to describe it as shabby chic.
Okay. Yep.
And they've got a function room upstairs.
Have they?
Yeah.
Right.
I think so.
Yep.
I think it might be a store cupboard, but they could clear like the chairs and stuff out of it.
Yep.
And I thought we could have like a little disco or something in there.
Yep.
And then we'll get you one of them strippers. I think they call them roly-polies.
Right.
They're like really old and fat.
Yeah, brilliant.
And that's sort of that's the deal. That's the sort of the appeal of them. Some big fat old boiler.
Yeah. Oh,
and she'll come in. She's got a bit of a some crotchless outfit on or something like that.
Christ, yeah.
And she's gonna really, really work you over while we play exit music from a film by Radiohead.
So I actually genuinely think that might happen.
Yeah, I mean that's actually something that has been discussed. And while she's just working you over, you're sat on a chair and in the middle of the room. I thought we could all just sort of get our units out.
Yeah.
And just sort of to start
Bukkaking.
Well, no, I'm thinking that we just sort of start slowly, quite slowly wanking. Like, no intention of coming.
Just working up a lazy one.
Yeah, just really lazy. Wake from your sleep.
Yeah, just
driving.
but then someone jizzes by accident.
Go clean yourself up, fuck's sake. There's this fat old boiler.
That sounds genuinely terrifying.
We escape. We escape.
You can love a spineless. The boot boners are getting more erect. We hope your rules and wisdom choke you.
All cheers in unison.
An everlasting peace. We're all just. We hope. Just come everywhere.
And by the end, you couldn't tell what was semen and what was lube. Sound like a good deal?
That sounds awful. Genuinely terrifying.
It's quite harrowing, isn't it? Other option for you, mate, Shagaloof.
Brilliant.
Your sort of place, isn't it?
Amazing.
Yeah, we've got one of them.
Claire, Zante.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Falaraki.
Oenapa.
Marbella.
Malia.
Yeah.
Marbella. What's the other one? Kavos.
Yeah.
Oh, you should go and get a dodgy tattoo.
Splitos Bumholos.
Oh, we could just go and get a dodgy tattoo in Splitos and Bumholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go to one of them clubs and do like body shots off at Essex girls until one of us gets the crabs.
Yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
We get a tattoo on our bums that say James is stagged.
Yeah, just round the anus.
Yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think also what might be nice would be like, when people are like, look, I don't really like to go for the sort of traditional stag thing. What I think is just all the lads, country cottage, get a bloody suitcase full of wanger in.
Yep.
And we'll all just go out there and have a bloody great time.
Yep.
So we'll get a sort of real fear and loathing style briefcase of
Wonk.
uppers, downers, whizzers, laughers, screamers.
Yeah, wonk.
Loads of wonk, loads of wanger, loads of whopper.
Mm.
Yeah, all of it, mate. And then we'll probably razz you full of, I don't know, mescaline maybe.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I like that.
So you absolutely lose your fucking mind.
Yeah, I like that one.
And you end up sort of running, screaming through like the local woods, naked, smeared in your own excrement.
Yeah, I'll kill myself or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah,
that's wicked.
and it'll turn into one of those sort of a little bit like the film Severance.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit like that,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Donkey Punch, or one of those sort of.
Everyone dies.
Yeah, everyone sort of dies. It sort of turns into a horror movie. Maybe there's some sort of killer on the loose.
Yeah.
Bit like Dead Man's Shoes when he puts all the drugs in the kettle and then kills them.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I much prefer that to the Radiohead thing.
Yeah, yeah. A little bit more like when they make his disabled brother sleep with the girl. Yeah,
that's
there'd be
good.
a bit more like that, won't it?
That's my favourite bit of that film. I really love that bit.
So terrible. What were we doing that with before? Oh, the NWA film. What's your favourite bit of that? I quite like the bit where he got AIDS. So, no, you're not supposed to say that.
I just love that bit where he finds those guy HIV.
It's like,
Brilliant.
No. You do it with like loads of. Like, what do you mean that's your favourite? No, that's not supposed to be your favourite bit. Oh.
I've had an idea. Well, an idea about stag do's.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not my choice. It's whoever I ask to be my best man.
Oh, right. Yeah. You say you're going to get an old uni mate or something.
I think I might get my old uni mate Scott to do it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Haven't seen him for about 10 years.
Well, he's not real for a start.
No, Scott's real. He's the one who said about the the
the FHM girls all lined up. Yeah, he's a psychopath.
Yeah, yeah. So couple of ideas. You can hire out an entire pub.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And some pubs, I don't know whether they do this in Brighton, but you can go and do your own drinks and stuff.
What, let you pour your own drinks?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you just pay, you pay...
That sounds proper rascal.
Yeah, like a bit rascal, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But, you sort of, you get to you have the run of the pub.
Right. You don't bring your own booze? Because there are those places. There's ones where you bring all your own booze and then they've got like a barman who serves it all to you. Makes you cocktails out of it and stuff.
That sounds
They'll
nice.
probably throw in one of those fucking cunt up-close magicians.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who comes around and sort of like...
Yeah.
Is doing like all card tricks in front of your missus and you're like, do you want to fuck off, mate?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Yes, but leave, can you please go away? Go and do it on someone else. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, but just, well, and a bra comes off or something
Yeah.
and you have to knock him out.
Yeah, that's happened to me loads of times.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one...
Yeah.
The other one, I'm going to a stag do in April.
You're not going to a stag do.
I am.
Who's stag do?
Susie's next door neighbours.
What, going out a reef?
No, his brother-in-law.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And he is... This sounds ideal to me. He's going to the pub, which is literally 5 minutes from his house.
Cool.
He's hired a guy this guy's really into gaming, so he's hired a guy to sort of do this kind of tournament setup with old school games like GoldenEye and stuff like that.
Right.
So all sort of old school consoles and stuff, and it's going to be like a tournament setup.
Yeah.
So you play all your stuff.
Sure.
No, but
just drip liquid, methadone into your bum hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
do it properly.
Just really work some heroin into your bell end.
Oh, that's nice. That works, doesn't it? That gives you an erection you could chop wood on.
Yeah. So that sounds great, doesn't it?
Actually sounds decent, doesn't it?
Just go to bed after that.
Yeah. What about Poland?
Yeah.
And then like a shooting range.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm far too old for that now.
Well, it wasn't that long ago that we went. Was it 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, time goes quicker than I'd like it to.
Yeah, it was 4 years ago, so I was...
You could go shot for shot with, vodka and a live AK-47.
Maybe. That's good. I don't know. I know that there'll be a lot of chat between certain of our friends around going abroad.
I don't think anyone wants to go abroad.
I think there's at least 2 people who want to go abroad.
Right. I'm not one of them.
No, there's
I'd like to keep it in Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
let's not... I promise you this. I'll do my absolute best to make sure we don't go abroad. Because I'm a real mate.
Yeah. It's all a bit surreal, really, talking about this.
A little bit, yeah. It was only a couple of weeks ago that you were telling me you were thinking of popping the question.
Yeah. It was after this show, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you didn't ever consider that she wouldn't say yes?
It did cross my mind, yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, but for reasons I won't go into. But she sort of... We talked about marriage, like, randomly 2 days before I asked... We were just talking about it.
And she was like, fucking no way!
Well, she wasn't... No, she didn't say that, but there was cause for slight concern.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I...
Did your little tummy go all dicky just before?
It did, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, I was very nervous. I wasn't nervous.
You're a nervous boy.
Yeah. I did it in my house coat as well. You'd be pleased to know.
Did you?
Yeah. So I did it at 6 a.m. in my house coat.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, you're brave.
Yeah.
Not even a few drinks in there.
No. Oh, sober.
Well, I mean, more like a few drinks in her.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both still drunk from the night before, so it's all right.
Yeah, fair enough then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't think of attaching the ring to the dog in some fashion?
Um,
That'd be a bit of
I
fun.
did consider that,
Or
but
maybe getting the dog to swallow it, so perhaps the next time it does a shit, so he picks it up. Like, oh, that's a bit. What?
yeah. Well, the thing is, the dog. I did actually seriously consider the dog thing,
Yeah.
but the ring that I've got isn't the final engagement ring.
Oh right.
It's a sort of ring that I knew that she'd like for reasons.
H. Samuels, yeah.
Yeah, she really likes H. Samuels.
Yeah.
So
is it one of
they
those
had a
rings that
sale
says
on.
"mum" on it?
Yeah. They had a sale on, so it was dirt cheap.
Decent.
Yeah, it's like literally, I didn't realise you can get 2-carat gold.
They just spray it with a sort of.
Yeah.
So you know those gold pens you get for like writing in Christmas cards? They just coloured it in with that. It's plastic underneath.
And
Come out of a cracker.
yeah, but I was thinking of putting the ring on the dog.
Yeah.
But then if it's not
On
the
one of her
act-
little paws.
Yeah. But then I was thinking, well, actually, if it's not the real engagement, I had to do a bit of explaining. So having the dog there, it would have made the explaining a bit.
Was the dog not there anyway?
The dog was there, but asleep at 6 a.m.
Oh,
But
it's a very sleepy dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I considered, but I don't know.
All I'm saying, Jim, mate, is that you probably could have done it better.
Yeah, I
You
could have
know.
done it better, couldn't I?
But
Paris or something like that, or not my house coat in her bedroom.
Funnily enough, like I've heard from numerous women that actually, you know, the large scale romantic gesture when it comes to the proposal is good, but like hungover, no makeup, morning breath,
Yeah,
in your thing, like looking at your worst and having someone propose to you while you're at your worst,
yeah,
is more romantic in a way,
yeah,
because you know it does, you know, because it's not just like, oh well, I love you when you're looking really nice and we're in a lovely
Yeah.
romantic thing and all of that. Then yeah, well of course anyone's going to love anyone in that situation.
yeah,
But you know when you're hanging out your arse,
yeah.
and you know, and you're still half pissed from the night before, and you know, and you probably got dry. You've got crusted jizz in both of your hairs.
Yeah.
Should we get married now? Yeah, lovely.
I hate you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the slightly surreal thing was.
Yeah.
Obviously, I did it. It was
Yeah.
all like, you know, very nice. And then I had to go to work.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and then she went to work as well. So we both went to work, which is all a bit weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's kind of, well, I guess you got to go to work eventually, though, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I know, but
You got to earn your 16 grand
well,
a
that's
year.
I've got to earn my 16 grand a year because you know I need to save up, don't I?
Yeah, well, you do. Yeah.
I need to save. I need to have some spending money. Stag do.
Yeah,
So,
you do.
I got.
What might
When
be?
do you cease to have spending money? That's
To be honest, I think if I actually did like a proper adult budget, I might be able to apportion myself spending money.
yeah.
But as of now, I just consider all money spending money.
Yeah. It's, but it's like, I remember, like, you know, yeah, like spending. What I mean, they still mention it in game shows, don't they? Spending money. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna win a holiday to Paris plus £5,000 spending money.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Does that mean you have to spend the money on the holiday?
Maybe they give you traveller's checks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, some little schneid comes round with you and he's like, no, don't buy that. Oh, look. You're like, look, this is meant to be my money. Look, I know this is your money, but like,
But you did say.
do you really need the straw donkey? Do you really need another brass? Yes. You've had 2 already. You're going to get the clap. My spending money. Oh, 1 bullseye.
Spending money. Yeah, so I need to. Yeah, so.
Well, what my advice to you, gym would be to start. What benefits are you claiming now? Housing?
Yep.
Yeah, just your normal gyro.
Yep. No. Job seekers.
Job seekers, right?
Yeah. Disability.
Well, that's what I was saying. Maybe you might be able to ramp up the disability thing a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Got your dicky back, haven't you?
I got my bad back. I'm overweight. I feel. I think I've got like ME or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think I'm coming over a bit ME at the moment.
I think you are coming over a bit ME.
Yeah, so I'll claim on that.
I think it's probably worth getting a little bit fatter as well.
Yeah.
Like you could do that whole Homer Simpson route thing.
Yeah, just get really fat.
So so sort of morbidly obese.
What other
Sue's like that, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, for better or worse.
What other benefits can you get?
Child benefit?
Yeah.
Well, getting knocked up for a start.
Yeah, just
Decent.
Claim all that.
Yeah, hold on a second. You've got all them Zika babies in the cupboard next to the spice rack.
Yeah, but they're not. Can you claim for a Zika? I don't know.
You might be able to get half.
Yeah, of course you can.
And how many you got in there? 8 or something?
I've got more than that.
Really?
Yeah, I've got in the 20s.
God, you could be making £1 note out of them.
Yeah, so that's half of 28.
Oh, I'll tell you what makes good money these days.
Yeah.
Is being one of those like Instagram parents.
Yeah.
They don't half make £1 note. And if you're an Instagram parent for like, 24 Zika babies, that's got to be that's just cold hard Insta currency.
People
that
could
is.
Start knitting little hats for them.
Yeah, and you'll get all like deals and stuff and endorsements.
Deals for tinyhat.com.
Yeah, tiny little Zika hats.
Yeah, little Zikas. Oh. Yeah, so like, just get loads of benefits in, just keep on earning my 14 grand a year.
Yeah.
And just like, we're thinking we'll get the catering done by what's it called? Not what's it called? Iceland, yeah. I was about to say B-Jam, but it's Iceland now.
B-Jam?
I'm sure it used to be called B-Jam, didn't it, Iceland?
I don't know.
Back in the 80s or 90s.
Really?
Yeah, so I think Iceland, prawn rings.
Well, and then you got to get your honeymoon from Lum Polly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get a package deal from Lum Polly. I'll go to our price and get her.
Get all the wedding music.
Yeah, get the wedding music from our price. Get loads of CDs.
Yeah, a bit of pick and mix from Woolworths.
Yeah. Go to do it all. Sort of get the.
Do it all.
Get all our sort of garden furniture for that brand new place.
That's great. Hey, Toys R Us have gone into administration, so they're not going to be around much longer.
Yeah, that's true. Have they actually got into administration now?
I did see it today, yeah. So what do you think, just like kids are just playing with iPads now instead of actual toys?
Well, I have been to Toys R Us fairly recently.
It's a shit house.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is you go in there, see what you want, literally go onto Amazon Prime, get the same thing, and then it gets delivered to your house.
Yeah.
So, well, how can you really compete with that?
Well, not unless they can compete on price, which I very much doubt they can.
They can't do, no.
Yeah,
it's quite expensive in there.
Oh, but it's about the experience, isn't it, Jen?
Well, I like the experience of going in there to look at the stuff, but I prefer the experience of buying it on my phone.
Well, like an Amazon showroom.
Yeah. I reckon we should, tell that to the chief exec of Toys R Us.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll do that. A website. Yeah, great.
Yeah, a website that sells everything. That's a good idea.
Hey, I've got a great idea. Oh, Bezos is the richest man in the world now.
Is he?
Oh, big Jeffy Bezos.
What, more than Gatesy?
Yeah.
More than Michael Gates?
Yeah. Yeah. He's not as fat as Michael Gates, though.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. He's building a rocket, go to the moon as well, or somewhere, go to Mars.
Michael Gates?
Yeah. His dad's going to fly it.
So there's someone we know called Michael Gates.
Again, it's a very niche humour.
Michael Gates is building a rocket.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, his short man syndrome's finally gone
Wow.
Gone over the edge.
That's amazing.
Fuck you cats, I'm going to the moon.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. So who's building a rocket? Amazon, man.
Bezos, yeah, he's gonna go. I don't know, Venus or somewhere, Mars. I don't know.
Did he?
Him and Musk have got a competition going or something.
Did he?
Space race.
Did he invent Amazon?
He started it, yeah.
He started it. Wow.
Yeah. There's a good picture of him like in a garage with a little Amazon banner behind him.
Really?
Like, hello.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool, yeah. What do you think you do when you've got that Amazon money though? Hundreds of billions.
Anything.
What kind of wacky shit
is he
do
still
you get
chief
up to?
exec or?
Yeah, he's still CEO.
Really?
Yeah, he fucking loves it. He's a psychopath.
You got to be a psycho.
What sort of weird shit do you get up to when you've got that much money? Like, are you like when you go to the brass house, like, and and you just go, well, I'll just have all of them, and like,
yeah,
you just tell them each of them to come with me with a bit of paper, and they're going to write out what they think is the weirdest thing they're prepared to do for, and I'll pick which one, and they'll all do the weirdest thing they're prepared to do at the same time.
So that's what you do.
I'll just yeah. If I had that Amazon money, yeah, I'd be down that knocking shop getting them to do weird ass shit, mate.
It's really weird. It's weird that you talk about that amount because obviously I earn 14 grand a year, right?
Yeah.
And obviously I can do most things with that, right?
Yeah.
You know, it affords me an awful lot of disposable income, and like, you know, I'm really grateful for that. I'm able to go on sort of lavish holidays, have spending money when I want it.
Yeah. But that folding money, ain't you?
Yeah.
Hood rich.
Yeah. But how much is he worth? Like what, 100 billion
Hundreds
or something?
of billions, yeah. So it's not that far off, is it?
No, but that's what I mean. I mean, there's some things I can't do with, with 14 grand a year, like, buying like a really, really lavish car, like,
or getting like steak for dinner or something like that.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Or paying your heating bill.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah, sort of,
We're still slightly out of the realms of possibility.
Having outstanding CCJs on sort of...
or like an indoor toilet or something.
Yeah. Hire purchase items, bailiffs and things like that.
Yeah.
So, it's similar, but not.
Yeah.
But what would you do with that one? I don't know. The thing is, you're right, they are a bit psychopathic because... For me, most people just go, well, sell the company, just take the money and then you piss off to an island somewhere. But
with like some kids and that, start a cult.
Well, I mean, literally, with that amount of money,
Nancy cults.
Why would you carry? There's literally no reason. You've won. You
might enjoy the work though.
But what else do you need to do?
Don't know.
You've won. You've won the business game. Well done.
Do you think
like Zuckerberg won it years ago with Facebook? You won it. Well done.
Yeah, I think he's a robot though.
Yeah,
might be. Do you think where he was basically? It was a really weird thing. So they'd Facebook had decided that they wanted to try and tackle revenge porn, and their answer to revenge porn was that people would upload videos and pictures of themselves nude that they knew other people, like a partner or something, had, and they could then be flagged.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
So that they could be. So this is basically a Zuckerberg asking people to send them nudes, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
No, I don't want to send my nudes to Facebook. What the fuck is wrong with you? And like, people only have to change an image or a video very slightly, and it won't fit. Like, basically, like if you upload an image to Facebook or something like that, you can create what's called a SHA hash, which is like basically a code that is so long and complicated that nothing else is going to have the same code. The chances are too remote. And so if another image being uploaded matches the same code, it's the exact same image. And so you could have it block it. However, if you were to change 1 pixel in that image by one tiny bit, it would completely change the hash. And so it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So it's just Zuckerberg wants nudes, basically. Yeah. It's the long and short of this.
Yeah, so you could just change the eye colour, maybe.
You just, thing. You could just put your dad's head on it.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
God, what was I going to say there about Zuckerberg? I'm a bit obsessed with him,
You were? You watched The Social Network about 8 times in a row,
didn't you?
Yeah,
I became a bit obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Because I think with Facebook, I mean, I don't know about you, But maybe it's different for people who are a bit older. But I don't go on it nearly as much as I used to go on it.
So you say?
No, I don't. Seriously, I genuinely don't. There will be days where I don't go on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Whereas
I'd
before
like that life.
Yeah,
I was just keep thinking of deactivating my account.
I don't know. I don't think I did deactivate it for a bit, but then I thought, well, actually, it's quite useful to have just for bits and bobs. But I'm more into Instagram these days.
Well, I worry that if I just, rather than deactivating it, if I just didn't look at it, what would happen is that Twitty would post all manner of weird shit all over my wall.
Yeah.
And just like everyone would be rallying round.
I thought you'd blocked your wall.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know. Something would happen
Yeah.
that I'd need to rectify.
Yeah.
And they'd all be laughing at old Rankin
Yeah.
while he's away living in some sort of like social media free utopia.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Here, look, mate, we should get to these questions.
Oh, yeah.
that people have posted.
Questions,
Yeah.
questions, yeah.
I don't know how people have been doing on the Facebook stream from my phone. Looks horrendous.
Is there loads of stuff?
Well, I mean, I was just... well, look, let's get to these bloody things, mate. People are saying congrats to you on Facebook.
Oh, thank you.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's fun to be liked for a change on this show, isn't it?
Do you know what it really is? You know.
No, I haven't...
Thinking of becoming a fat groom, by the way.
Oh, you're going to be a fat groom?
Yeah, really fat.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? So you
Yeah.
got pictures of what's supposed to be the happiest day of your life and you're just a fat cunt.
Yeah,
innit?
really fat. Like, because you know that, women, they
I
can't-
know women, yeah.
They're sort of, oh, yeah, you got to look. Yeah, I want to just really be comfortable in my own skin
Right,
and
yeah.
wear a 52-inch waist
Wow.
suit.
It's good to aspire to something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Have a
just
dream,
be
have a goal.
really fat and unhappy.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I
Yeah.
support you in whatever your dreams are,
Do
no matter
respect
how unhealthy
Yeah.
and destructive they might be.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I haven't proofread any of these, so they could be rabid insanity, and almost certainly are.
Okay.
Travis Kamen,
Hey, Crab. Hey, Trav.
Keister, he says, so we've all been having a go at James lately for his weight and the fact that he lives in a Warren-like bedset. But lately, I mean for years. By lately, I mean for years. So I thought I would give James a what would you rather that he would actually enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rather? Have a choice that it's like an... Have a choice that is like an everlasting
I think you mean Chucky.
Oh, it says chocky. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I missed a C there. Have a chocky that is like an everlasting gobstopper that would never go away and always taste like a chocky you wanted at that minute. Ooh. Or whatever chocky he feels like popping into his pocket when he thinks about it. There would be no repercussions such as diabetes or tooth decay. You wouldn't even gain weight. The only downside is when you think about the chocky, you get an absolute raging stonk on. A boner so hard you can feel like it's going to burst. You would be at office and everyone would know that you were thinking about chockies or at the pub or at Nando's.
Well, I'd have the gobstopper because there's no downside, surely.
Well, it's the boner. Do you get the boner though?
No. That's the one in the pocket.
Or what? Have a chocolate or I have whatever chocolate feels like in the pocket, and then you get the boner.
Yeah, so I think there's no downside to the gobstopper, is there?
I don't know.
Is
It doesn't seem like it. No.
So I'll just have the gobstopper.
That minute, or have whatever chocolate feels like in the pocket. Well, maybe you. I think the downsides to perhaps this chocky gobstopper is maybe that you have the calories and the tooth decay and the diabetes.
Oh, I see.
But rather than the calories and the tooth decay and the diabetes, you have the boner.
Okay, well, I think with the gobstopper, I think I still have the gobstopper because if it's a everlasting gobstopper.
Oh, because you don't care about calories or diabetes or tooth decay, do you?
Well, no, not normally.
Really?
But with an everlasting gobstopper, you can just take it out, put it on the side,
Yes, so yeah.
and then just come back to it at a later date. So, I fancy a chocky. Go back.
Mm.
I'll have a.
Sort of free chockies for laugh, isn't it?
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I don't particularly. Oh, I suppose the downside to that is if you know it's there, because when I know there's chocky there,
you have it.
It'll get cleared out.
Yeah.
So I tend not to buy it these days, or try
Get
not
abused, won't it?
to. So maybe actually it's more difficult than you think. But then again, if you know that you can think about the chocky, you would probably think about the chocky quite a lot. So, like, for instance, if you're in bed and there's no one around, you don't mind getting a boner. So you just think
giving
about
this chocky thought quite a lot of thought, aren't you?
Well,
You're just taking this quite seriously.
Well, I think really it's a bit of an existential question.
Is it?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I think.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Sort of.
I think maybe on balance, I'll go for the gobstopper.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is Ark Breen? He says, what did James think he would grow up to be when he was a young lad, and how different is his current situation from that which he dreamed up as a child? So, what do you think of when you were a boy?
Do you know what? And this is annoying. I always think back to this. I never had any dreams or aspirations as a child. I just didn't. I never had like, I want to be a footballer. I want to be this. I want to be that. I just didn't have anything.
You didn't want to play for Daneshaven United?
I would have loved to have played for Daneshaven United.
Right, yeah.
Maybe I wanted to be. I don't know. There was nothing really.
Really?
No, genuinely no.
You were just happy where you were.
Yeah, I've always been
No
happy
ambition.
in the present. Yeah, just happy in the present. But I'm doing really well
That
now.
is blissful ignorance, isn't it?
I'm doing really well now. I've got like so much.
You earn 16 grand a year. You're engaged to a real woman. You've got 20
money.
Zika babies.
I got spending money.
Yeah.
You know, I get what's it? Oh God, I get about £50 a week spending money.
That's good, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It just just
Would you spend that pecking mix or what? Would you
yeah,
spend it on?
it's brilliant. I get my football cards.
Probably a couple of goes at the arcade.
Yeah, well, I do the 2p machines.
Nice.
And just on Saturdays I do a couple of rides on the pier as well.
Yeah, nice.
And some chips on the pier.
Some chockies.
Well, sometimes,
Okay.
Sometimes I run out of spending money.
Yeah.
By Sunday, yeah.
When I was a kid, I always I thought I was going to grow up to be an American wrestler.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are we? Because
I guess I must have been under 10 at this point.
Yeah.
Because I think I probably learnt very quickly that was unlikely. But I remember as a young boy, I'm going to say about let's assume I'm 8, something like that. I pretty much decided that I'm going to be an American wrestler in the WWF.
Yeah.
And I remember telling my mum that even when I was a famous wrestler, that I would still come and take her out every Wednesday. And what I imagined in my head was me taking my mum, walking like my mum would be in a wheelchair at this point. She's got a sort of little sort of blanket over her lap.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing her along down like Brighton Beach along the promenade. And I'm like in my whole wrestling outfit.
Yeah. Why take it off?
I just wear it everywhere, like the big sort of knee-high boots.
Yeah.
And then the sort of spandex trousers. I'll be bare-chested and then some sort of face paint.
Yeah,
something like. That's what I imagined. I was like, yeah, no, that's so my future.
Would you have been? Who was your favourite wrestler back in the day?
Well, it's either the Ultimate Warrior or Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was more. I did like Bret Hitman Hart actually. I was more of a Hogan fan myself.
Yeah. What about Ric Flair?
I hated Ric Flair with
Really?
a passion. Yeah, especially when he went over to WCW.
Oh.
But I genuinely remember. It might be the first time I ever felt genuine hate was for Ric Flair.
Really?
I hated Ric Flair. I just thought he was all that woo. Oh, I just couldn't stand him. Couldn't stand him.
Did you?
I didn't like Ultimate Warrior either, actually.
Really?
No,
Oh,
I didn't
that's
like it when
outrageous.
he beat Hulk Hogan. I didn't like it.
There's Rick. Where is he? Yeah, on.
Is it the Nature Boy Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a clip.
That's when wrestling was wrestling as well.
Where? Yeah, I don't know where it is, but there was a great on the Joe Rogan podcast recently. They played a load of clips of Ric Flair. It's just so funny.
Just what roided out of his mind.
It's just him screaming about stuff.
I tell you what. Back then, right? That's when wrestlers were wrestlers and when wrestling really meant it. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we were children.
Yeah.
It's for children. I can't.
Here's the world heavyweight champion.
Oh, here he is.
Girls, why don't you give it to him one more time? Woo! That's who's standing here today. The world heavyweight champion. Only one. And you're looking. Oh, girls, I can't stand it. Now
He's
I
out
gotta
of his
talk,
mind.
I gotta be quiet. Nikita Koloff, we've only just begun.
He's
Is that him talking there? Is
Get
it?
ready.
Yeah.
Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name.
Oh God.
When last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Woo! Yeah, I didn't like Ric Flair. I was a Hogan fan.
I like Mr. Perfect.
Oh yeah, Mr. Perfect, he was good.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
Have you seen that documentary about Jake?
I've seen both of them. Beyond the Mat, which was the one from quite a while ago, where it paints a very sorry picture of him.
Yeah.
And then there's the sort of resurrection of Jake the Snake. Have you seen that
Yeah,
one?
I've seen that one, yeah. Is the other one a bit bleak, is it?
Oh man, Beyond the Mat
And
is pretty bleak generally. Razor Ramon as well.
God.
Yeah. God, some of those clips of where he's just absolutely shit-faced in the ring. Oh God, it's really, really hard to watch.
Yeah.
Bless him.
$1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Of course, yeah.
Roddy Piper.
Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh, is it? Who's the one that you had a bit of two before on the American flag?
Hacksaw Jim
Yeah,
Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Him and my dad used to hang out quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not making this up. It's like science fiction conventions. So my dad would be there signing books, and there would be a load of other like really random, weird celebrities. So my dad spent a while hanging out with the guy who plays Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think he's called James Masters.
Yes, yeah, I know.
They were quite good mates for a bit.
Yeah.
And Hacksaw Jim Duggan used to be there quite a lot. And they also...
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I feel like maybe Van Troyer was about, or I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. And anyway, a few other people. Guy that played Predator in some film.
Really?
Guy that played this. Yeah, they'd all be in the bar of the hotel, like at the end of the...
I would... Yeah,
Oh,
Hacksaw
right.
Jim Duggan, he'd have some stories to tell, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Do you know, do you ever seen Stargate?
No, I don't think I have.
Some
no.
sci-fi film, and there's some big sort of bald lad. He's got a sort of big gold thing in the middle of his
Yeah.
head. It's called Tilk. Apparently, he put my dad up against the wall once.
What? Seriously? Or-
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my dad was winding him up.
Oh, dear. God, it all kicks off these science fiction
Oh, yeah,
conventions,
yeah. There's some midget that hates Simon Pegg and sort of chases him every time he sees him as well.
Crikey.
Yeah, it's anarchy at these things. Right, so got a few other questions from
You
Brave
shouldn't
Boys
say
there.
midget, by the way. You should say...
He's not a real...
You should say small cunt.
This guy's.
I learned that today.
Okay. This guy's. He's just short. He's not.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so just call him Small Cunt from now on.
Okay, will do.
Yeah.
Ben Mahata Farquhar says.
Mahata Farquhar.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah. Oh, right,
He says
nice
if James had to switch bodies with Cy Twiddy or Jimmy Willis, who would he rather and why?
Side Twiddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lithe. He's light on his feet.
Right.
I mean, Jimmy Willis is just a disgrace, really.
But,
I'm joking. I love Jimmy.
yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Jack Burt Hanbury. He says James always refers to himself as a lump, but who would he think would give him a good run for his money? Louis Spence, perhaps. So I think he's saying, who do you think who would give you a good fight, good tear up? It would be a bit rascal, in the streets, not in the sheets.
Well, it's arrogant to sort of say that I'd fight. Like, I mean, Chris Eubank Jr. is coming off a loss, isn't he?
Yeah,
I'm too big for him though.
Right. No, I mean, let's sort of be honest here.
Okay.
Like, I think professional fighters are probably out of your league.
Okay, so
But I mean, I think maybe if you were to fight like Bob Mortimer, or perhaps if you were to fight,
yeah, but
maybe.
Bob Mortimer, I would actually knock out.
Well, he's actually had a fight. Didn't he fight?
Les Dennis.
Was it Les Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat
maybe
Les
you
Dennis
can
in a fight. No, that is not.
maybe
That's
you
not a
can-
barometer.
Maybe you can fight Les Dennis then. He's coming off a loss.
Well,
You
yeah,
know.
but I would absolutely obliterate. Les Dennis is in his 60.
All right, Craig from Big Brother 1.
Oh, he's a bit of a unit, Craig, isn't he?
All right, you scared of him?
Well,
You were about to say you'd fight Eubank Jr. a minute ago. He's a professional boxer.
yeah, but Craig's a scouse, isn't he? They got a lot of heart.
That's true, yeah. They got heart for days.
Yeah.
What about... Oh. Well, Martin Day in the chat, he thinks you could take on anyone in a good night.
Thanks, buddy. I think it depends on what sort of mood I'm in.
Brock Lesnar.
He's too big.
Yeah, I think he's who you confused CM Punk for last week.
Right. Okay. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
too big.
Hey, I watched that Billy Joe Saunders video where he says that Mayweather could beat Conor McGregor
Yeah.
in MMA. He's literally out of his mind.
Yeah. He's talking about.
Well, he just doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's talking about them changing the rules for McGregor, isn't he, and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't see that. It was only like a 2-minute clip or something where he's like,
You might watch this is about a 10-minute thing.
Oh, right. No, I didn't
But
watch it.
he's talking about how they changed the rounds to suit the length of rounds to suit boxing rather than MMA.
Oh, okay. So what they would choose... they'd make the rounds shorter.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any... It wouldn't make no difference. I would have no question that
but-
McGregor would
yeah.
beat him in under a minute.
Yeah, yeah, but he also contradicts himself as well because he talks about how, because in the same interview he's sort of talking about like they said, oh, would you go into the octagon? He said, oh, without a shadow of a doubt, I'd love to do it. And he said, yeah, but I just, the only thing that's sort of I wouldn't like is them kicking my shins. Because I've got quite weak shins.
Oh, well, he'd be done in the first minute.
Yeah,
then. This is the thing.
Yeah.
You'd just get leg clicked into oblivion.
Yeah.
Or literally someone could like run along and just jump onto his legs, drag him to the floor, and
then
like,
goodbye.
well, either choke him out or like, they're not going to know how to defend decent leg locks.
Yeah.
Like, he could just tear someone's knee to pieces, and that would probably be the end of his fighting career because you'd just tear his knee off. He wouldn't know what was the smart time to tap, and like,
Well,
it's completely ridiculous.
Well,
They're just so different in terms of
I
sports.
know. I don't know why it's even spoken about in the same sort of breath, really. But anyway, yeah.
Few suggestions here actually for people to get fired, mate. Dr. Christian off Embarrassing Bodies.
Do you know what? I've been in the same restaurant as that bloke. He seems like a really nice guy.
I'm sure he's lovely. Would you fight him? And if so, would you
I'll
win?
definitely fight him. If the money's right, I'll fight him.
He's a big boy though.
He's a big lad. But
Yeah.
He's probably quite fit. It
Yeah.
depends what.
He is. He looks jacked.
Depends what.
Potentially on the roids.
He's on the roids. He's a doctor.
Okay.
I'm confident I'd smash him to pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm too big for it. And the thing is, he's got the he's got the fitness, but I've got I've got the
he's got the
weight.
cardio. He'd go the distance.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get this done in a couple of rounds, mate.
No, I'd use my body weight on him. I'd sort of, like George Groves did with Chris Eubank Jr., just sort of lean on him.
That's a pretty annoying way to fight, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jimmy Cranky.
Jimmy Cranky. Isn't Jimmy Cranky dead?
No.
No?
No.
Jeanette Cranky. Oh, I'd clean her out.
You
Yeah.
reckon she'd go night-night?
Yeah. I think that's weird. Do you not think that is weird?
It is weird. There's
That's his wife.
Yeah.
And he's treating her as a boy, a little boy.
Yeah, I think it gets even weirder if you read their biography. I might actually try and get a copy of it, and we could read some of it out on the show. It is nuts. Someone posted a load of screen grabs of it on Twitter a while ago. It is something else.
Really?
Yeah. Talking about all sorts of wacky sex things.
What they got up to?
Yeah.
Really?
Orgies and all sorts of madness.
Do you reckon she wears the Jimmy Cranky uniform?
Doesn't bear thinking about, mate.
Mm.
Crabman says ant but not deck.
Yeah, I'd smash him to pieces. He's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tiny.
No. Terry Nutkins. I know he's dead.
He's
but
dead, yeah.
Ghost of Terry Nutkins.
The ghost, you'd be punching through him, wouldn't you?
Guess so.
But him and being alive, it's too much of a nice blow. I wouldn't want to knock him out. But if I had to, I'd knock him out.
Yeah, for charity or something. Or
Yeah,
if
if it's-
it like slagged off your missus or something.
Oh god, if Terry Nutkins slagged off my. Honestly,
Slagged off your fiance.
he's leaving through the fucking window.
Yeah.
He's honestly, mate. Yeah,
That's proper rascal.
That's Nutkins. Nutkins, he's getting cleaned out.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Eric Bristow.
He's a big lad, isn't he? But he's old now. He's
a
old.
lump.
He's old.
I saw him on the Palace Pier down
Really?
Brighton seafront. They've got some game with
Yeah.
dartboards where
Yeah.
you got to get a certain thing to get it. And
He was there.
yeah, he was there and he won a big teddy. And they were like, "Yeah, you can't have another go on it, mate."
What?
No.
He was there as a punter.
Yeah, he was just there with his kids.
When was this?
Yeah, easily 10 years ago, maybe more, maybe 20
Really?
years ago.
Mm.
I probably wouldn't have known who he was 20 years ago, though.
Mm. Oh, do you know? Did I ever tell you I once won something on the pier? A big teddy bear.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
Who for? A girl or just random?
It was for a girl. Yeah.
Was it?
But it was a football.
Did you get you
thing.
laid?
I can't remember.
Yeah. That's a no then.
Yes, is no. But I was at this football game. We have to get the ball into a little hole. I say, I didn't know I've hit this ball sweetly.
Oh, I did so hard, Jim.
I hit. It was like the
Sweet connection.
It was a real sweet connection. It was top corner in this little hole, and it was honestly, you could even tell the bloke's facial expression. He was like, I can't believe, because you know these tinker games, you can't normally win.
Yeah, but you had Pum Pum on your mind, mate.
Yeah.
That was going straight in that hole.
I thought, oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
the only thing going in the hole that day, though, sadly.
He couldn't believe. He was like, "I had it, had it, had it. That's how you pass me."
What about Chris Packham?
Well, someone's just ripping off the Terry Nutkins idea.
Well, I mean, no, Nutkins is dead though. Chris Packham's the natural successor to the throne, isn't he?
I'd prefer, or I would count Nutkins as a more difficult fight.
Was you? Yeah, he's a bit
Yeah.
squirrely, isn't he?
Squirrely, he's got a bit more experience. Packham's just a bit of a cuck.
Yeah, really. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Would you fight Danny Dyer?
No.
No.
Well, I genuinely think I could probably take him in a fight.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot of heart, not a lot of techers, but you're a lamp. Is that really what you're going on?
I'm probably bigger than him. He's probably got a height advantage, but I'm probably bigger.
Right.
Again, I just don't think he's very. I don't think he's very hard.
Okay.
he fights
This all
like a-
mouth.
Yeah, I think he just fights like a girl.
Okay. All right. Someone else in the chat saying they'd spark Danny Dyer out. Father Jack from Father Ted. I think he's dead as well now.
Oh, he is dead. Yeah.
Yeah, God bless him.
Yeah, I'd dig him up and do him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think nice thick piece of sourdough bread. I think we're slightly off topic there from Eisenhower. Fatboy Slim.
Yeah. It would last about 3 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's all sort of
He's like
frail
60.
from the booze and the drugs. And
He's
that,
60.
Isn't
He looks very, very frail these
Yeah.
days.
it? Yeah.
He just gets swept aside. I think it would be a hospital job.
Alan Titchmarsh, hardest of all the gardeners.
Yeah, hospital job. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hospital job.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Alicia Dixon, Queen of the Zika babies.
I think that'd be a fair fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, she's also the Dark Lord Beelzebub, Satan, Queen of the Underworld.
I think it would be one of it'd be a hospital job either side.
Really?
Yeah,
that ain't going the distance.
I can
is
call
it?
that. She'd be very, very, very vicious.
I think that'd be a real barn burner.
Yeah,
Real slobber knocker.
I'd be going for the knockout, but she'd be going for the sheer amount of pain that she can inflict on me.
Yeah.
I'd be wanting to end it quickly, but she'd really want to sort of take me into places.
I think so. Really take you into deep water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just use her strength and her physicality to really, really run me down.
Yeah, I think so.
And just it gives me shivers to think about that fight. But I'd go for the early knockout, and I think I'll probably.
Well, you'd have to, mate.
I think I'll probably get it as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you do.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Would you fight Paul Joseph Watson?
I don't know who that is.
He is a sort of controversial, conservative, libertarian YouTuber. He does stuff for InfoWars, which is Alex Jones's.
Is he? How big is he?
He's small. I don't reckon he's up to much in a fist fight.
Yeah, I'll smash him to pieces.
Yeah, and then he'd do a sort of video about you afterwards where I go, James Pryor is a total moron.
Not if he's on a live glug.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Og Monster asks, would you fight your inner demons?
No, I'd have to run away from them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could do Richard Madeley?
He's got a lot of reach on
Did
him.
Madeley fight? Oh no, Gervais for Ricky Gervais for
Grant Bovey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shit ass fight that was.
Yeah, it's just two men. Mind you, they had a lot of heart, both of them. There was no techers whatsoever.
No,
they were
no,
just
no.
literally doing that.
They were just
for 2-minute
throwing
rounds.
wild haymakers.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Madeley's got a lot of reach on him, that guy.
Mm.
I actually really like
Madeley's got a lot of reach.
Yeah, I really like Richard Madeley.
Do you reckon he's got a lot of heart?
I think he's got a lot of heart.
You'd
He's
have
a nice
to sleep
bloke.
with Judy every night, wouldn't you?
I honestly, it would be one of those fights where we both hug each other at the end.
Yeah.
Touch gloves, like
Yeah.
there'd be no.
You're doing it for the fans, really.
Yeah, well, we've been brought together
Yeah.
through fate.
Yeah.
And,
Even halfway through rounds, you'd probably be like, exchanging blows and going, hyping the crowd up. Everyone's going
Yeah,
mental.
yeah.
No one cares who wins. They're just loving the experience. One of those ones.
He's keeping it at bay with his jab, I'd imagine. But up close, I'm very strong, and I would.
And you're big for the weight.
I'm big for the weight.
Yeah.
Up close, I'd be cutting off the ring. I think it would probably be knockout mid to late rounds.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I'd have to get through that jab first.
Okay. Jeremy Kyle.
Oh, different weight classes. Well, you'd have to do a catch weight, I'd imagine.
What do you think? He's bigger than you? Or
No,
small?
he's smaller. He's
Is
probably
he?
about. He probably.
I think he's a 145 or something.
I think he's probably in boxing probably welterweight 147.
Right. Yeah.
I'm probably clocking in at probably middleweight, super middleweight.
I think he's dangerous rounds 1 and 2, and then I think if you get through that he's got nothing.
Yeah,
basically.
well, catch weight I don't know, but I don't think he carries the power going up in weight. So,
Right.
So if I can boil down to a catch, I would clean him out probably in 1 or 2 rounds. But
Okay.
I don't know.
I would see, won't we?
It certainly wouldn't last 12.
Okay. Your dad has asked a question. What does James think of Colonel Nathan Jessup?
That's the Colonel from A Few Good Men.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Right.
it's our favourite film. Yeah,
Is it?
yeah. So
More
that's
favourite than Wild Geese?
up there. Yeah,
Right.
it's the one who goes, "You can't handle the truth."
Yeah, no, I know.
That's Colonel Nathan Jessup. Yeah,
I prefer the one that goes, "Feel free with my whiskey." I will.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah. So what are your opinions on him?
I hate him.
You hate him?
He's horrible. Yeah,
Right.
horrible man.
Yeah. Is that Jack Nicholson's character?
Yeah, but great performance in that film.
Sure.
Yeah.
Robert Hanbury, he says, what is one meal that Jim could eat every day? No hidden subtext. Oh, God, sorry. No hidden subtext in this message at all.
Macaroni cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's probably my favourite food.
It's pretty delicious, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes to everything as well.
Yeah. Do you, like, with a roast dinner nowadays, I don't think I could have a roast dinner and be fully satisfied unless there was a cheese element now.
No, I'm with you on that.
5 years ago, I wouldn't have said that.
No, it's something that's crept into society these days. My mum now even does it. I don't know where she's got it from.
Cauliflower cheese or broccoli cheese.
Oh, combine the two,
Oh.
you're looking very good there.
You are sitting pretty, really.
I
Aren't
love
you?
red cabbage as well. That's something that I really
Mm.
like to be part of my roast.
Yeah, very nice.
Mm.
Lovely. So you go macaroni and cheese and that. I personally, I mean, I could eat pizza every day.
Yeah.
I don't because obviously then I'd be,
Mm.
you know.
I like. Have you seen that advert? We're talking about the roast there of those guys who are sitting around talking about how they have their breakfast, and they're talking about like, oh, I've got to have the bacon as a wall for the beans, and all this.
All right. Well,
Have you seen
what's the advert for?
Co-op?
Right.
And they're talking about breakfasts, and they're talking about how they, oh, it's got all about the egg. I like to dip my sausage in the egg. And well, I watch it and I just think, if this was real life, this would be just the most banal conversation in the world.
Yeah.
It's like if we were eating breakfast and you started talking to me about how you want your bacon to break up the beans.
The bean barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all kind of get that. But if you started talking to me whilst I'm trying to eat my breakfast
Well, if you do it in that sort of way, yeah, like it's
I just
bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't know whether it's supposed to be funny or something.
Do you follow
pathetic.
the Fry Up Police on Instagram?
No.
So they are. It's run by a guy called Tom, and they basically just post pictures of either really great looking fry ups or really terrible looking fry ups, and people sort of critique them. But people go fucking hard, and there are all these like fry up purists on there, and there's they get into big debates about the bean barrier, and you know BTE, beans touching egg.
Yeah, they talk about that in this advert.
They basically just seem to be ripping off the Fry Up Police, then I think.
Right.
Because I'm meant to be doing a video for them soon with Rosie Posey Pudding and Pies, our friend Rosie, who's a food blogger, where she's going to try and cook what she believes to be the best fry up ever.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I might try and get the worst
Right.
fry up ever, because I've eaten a lot of fucking... well... I think you have to really put some work in to make it really genuinely terrible. So I've eaten a lot of... Are you going to
cook it terribly or just use bad ingredients?
Well, I could go into it. I've eaten a lot of really, really substandard fry-ups in my time from spending a lot of years of my life in hotels on the road, particularly in the north of England.
Oh, really?
Oh, mate, it's just some travel lodge breakfast.
Yeah, I've had one in a travel lodge before. It's not great.
So, like, if you think about it, you can take a piece of bacon that uncooked is a really normal, just decent piece of bacon.
Yeah.
But you cook it once, then put it back in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then if you to get it out again,
Yeah.
cook it another time.
Yeah.
And then put it in one of those chafing dish things that sort of keeps it warm.
Yeah.
So it's sort of on its third cook
Yeah.
at this point. So it sort of disintegrates as you're trying to eat it.
Nothing.
It's kind of nothing. The taste is sort of
It's
gone.
a frazzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your eggs, really, unless you're a psychopath, you wouldn't have anything other than fried eggs.
Yeah.
For a proper
For a
fry.
fry up, yeah.
But I think if you were to do scrambled eggs, but do them in the microwave,
Yeah.
and so
There are
and
some
really just
people-
microwave the whole thing till it's a solid lump.
But there are
and
some
slice
people,
it off.
not me included, who swear by the scrambled egg microwave method.
You can do it, but you've got to have it in and out of that microwave about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it a little bit, whisk it, a little bit more,
Much
whisk
easier
it, whisk
to do it
it.
in the frying pan.
Yeah, way easier. It just sort of depends on what you got to do at your disposal. You can do decent microwave eggs, but you can also make the worst eggs ever made in a microwave. And then same with the sausages. Like you could just deep fry it into oblivion until it's completely solid all the way through.
Yeah, I think you've got to grill sausages for me.
Yeah, I think if you're going to fry them, you've got to be on the case with them the whole time, like turning and turning and turning to make sure that it's even.
Mm.
But I mean, you can fuck a sausage up frying it.
Yeah.
You can fuck it up grilling it as well. But it's and also, you can have
Hash browns, they're good.
but you can completely fuck a hash brown.
Yeah.
Like, again, if you overcook it the first time, then let it go cold and then heat it up again, and
And shag it.
then shack it.
Yeah.
And then you want to get some coffee to go with your fry up, so
Shag
have
that as well.
shack that, boil that for sort of ages, and then let it cool down. Microwave it again.
Shag it.
Then maybe sort of run it through the filter, shag it, and then
Yeah.
serve that up, and it's going to be very salty.
What was the
No one's going to like it.
What was the first fry up we ever shagged?
I was on a roll through after
Yeah,
a show
me
in
too.
Sheffield,
Yeah,
probably.
amazing.
Yeah. Were you as well? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, it was one. God, so long ago now.
Your first fry up that you ever shagged.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Chris Token Saldanha, he says, "Hi, Will and Jim.
Fine.
Not really a funny, interesting, or creatively worded question. Just wondering what the pooping fuck the level is. I've heard it mentioned several times on the show. It sounds like either a skate park, Crackdown, or Jimmy Willis's garden. Thanks, Chris."
It's all of the above, really, isn't it?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, pretty much. It is an area of land in fairly central Brighton. Some of it is just grass area. Some of it is a skate park. Some of it is a children's playground. Youths hang there. Hippies hang there. Smackheads hang there. Normal people hang there.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wonder why that is, though.
well, that everyone else hangs. Everyone
Yeah.
hangs there.
Why is that? It's such
Well,
a.
you take your kids to the park, you're probably normal. You hippie, you're just looking for somewhere to smoke weed undisturbed.
You don't get that in Preston Park, do you?
That's too far out of the way, though.
Mm.
Plus, also the level is next to Lewis Road, which is in between London Road and Lewis Road,
Yeah.
which are the two grimmest
Two
parts
grim-
of
and I
central
suppose you had-
Brighton.
Yeah, St Peter's Church. That's another grim place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Um. So yeah, there's your question answered there. Josh Mayer says, "What's James's opinion on the new hipster fad that is kombucha?"
Don't know what that is.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's some sort of. I feel like it's something fermented.
Kombucha.
Yeah, let's have a little look. Kombucha is a variety of fermented, lightly effervescent, sweetened black or green tea drinks, commonly intended as functional beverages for their supposed health benefits.
Functional drink.
It's one of those like things that comes up probably on podcasts and that, like, oh my god, you've got to drink kombucha because
Like
they're
the ice-
so good for the
like the,
microbiome.
What's the TCB thing?
CBD oil.
CBD,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
anyone who's on the CBD oil, you know he's
I've-
going to be on the kombucha
I've noticed
as well.
that Holland and Barrett have started Appetising that.
Are they doing CBD or now? They're jumping on the hippie bandwagon.
Yeah, I saw it on 4OD
Jumping
the
on
other
the.
day. Yeah.
Dude, come down all in the Baron.
Yeah.
Got some fucking CBD oil. Dude.
Maybe we should start smoking doobies.
What, during the podcast?
Mm.
Oh, I wonder how. I mean, we could do like as a sort of experiment 1 week. Just how far do you think we'd get? Like 20 minutes in, and then we'd
We're too paranoid.
die.
I mean, I do occasionally toke the doobie.
Yeah, when you're all pissed up.
Yeah, when I've had a drink. Yeah, and I do actually really enjoy it.
If I drank booze and then smoked doobie, I would die.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't die. I would be sick though.
There's nothing more fun than being like having a few drinks, then smoking a doobie,
Right.
and then playing GTA or something like that.
What
or
are you?
FIFA.
Fit 17.
Honestly, you regress into a teenager and you find everything incredibly funny. It's very good.
And listen to happy hardcore at the same time.
No, don't go that far. But
Okay.
yeah,
Go all the way back.
yeah. I'm desperate for a wee.
Yeah, we've run out of questions as well, mate. We might as well call it nights. We've done nearly 2 hours.
Wow,
Imagine that.
it flies by now. We're not a trickster.
Right, thank you for listening, everybody. Much
Thanks.
love. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow night, doing Rankin's Records, which is me playing old drum and bass records, drinking booze and talking naughty. So yeah, I don't know what time that'll be. Sort of later on in the evening, 8, 9ish, something like that.
I'll tune in.
Will you?
Nah.
That is rascal, mate. That is proper rascal.
I will do, man.
All right, lots of
Tune
love.
in, guys.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye. 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 Bye.